GG, dude. This was a great game.
Early on.
I'm very pleased though with how you played this. That was really well done. YouTube, what is going on? It's Neace. Guys, every week we're going to be doing a coaching giveaway.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Guys, go to my Twitter. Go find this tweet. Like it. Bonus points if you retweet and comment it. And I will be reaching out to you to get a coaching time with you. That's right. We're doing this every week. If you haven't checked out my socials, if you're not subbed to the channel, we do so much for the community to try to help you guys get better at League of Legends. The least you can do is just click the buttons, the notification buttons, the like buttons, the bells, all that stuff. And for real, go to the Twitter. This is a free opportunity to win coaching. It's so easy. Get after it, and good luck in the giveaway. Like I said, I'm very happy with this. This is one of the better coaching games I've seen from like anybody since I've been doing this. So props to you. Because like I said, normally when I normally when you know, I give people a lot of, I expect them to fail a lot.
No, that's right? Exactly how I view it. Yeah, teaching is like you're basically going to be like down that for like a long time before you can actually go up.
Yeah, because like when I'm telling people what to do while they're playing, it's like I totally understand that if they screw it up, but you really didn't here. Like you played quick, you were snappy, you were moving your camera around. I never once felt like when I was watching this game, I'm praising you a lot here, but it's just because it's deserved in this, because I never once felt like in this game that I was missing info. I get a lot of clients, right? Like I get a lot of clients, so I see a lot of games where it's like I'm getting an incomplete picture. Like,
yeah, no, I get the same feeling because I have watched a lot of your videos, and I feel like I learn a lot from your videos, but also like it also helps being like there in person, and like which is like right now. And one of the biggest things like I see when I'm watching like some of your YouTube videos is like some of these guys just don't pan their cameras or properly, or like there's just not enough vision, right?
Yeah, it's like, you know, this is I was in the army. I was an intel analyst, and I always joke with people. I tell them that this is an intelligence collection game.
Hey, thanks for your service, by the way. Thanks for your service.
Thanks. No, but it's true though. If you think about it, it's an intelligence collection game.
You know, right? I'm actually like a firm believer in like every video game you play. Most of it's like information.
True, but League is by far the one that punishes you
sure.
the hardest for lack of knowledge. Right, first person shooter. You know, I agree with you because like I've always played this first person shooters and all that as well, and it's like it's one of those things where, you know, if someone's like checking every corner and checking everything and is aware of everything, yeah, it definitely matters. But in League, there's just so many things that aren't visible that need to be seen, right? Like you need to see them or be aware of them, and if you don't know what you're looking for, and it just adds up so quickly. This open, we know that Nocturne is full clearing. I know I segued poorly there, but I realized I have to coach you instead of talk about video games. This would be a full clear. And then what we're thinking here is, like you said, we're about to turn 6 soon. And all I really am interested in now, you can become a perfectionist over time. And like I said, I don't pretend to be active challenger right now. So this will come with more practice on your TF and the timings that you want to experiment with. But just as a general rule, I'm pushing you to base because we're out of corrupting pots. You've got Summoner Swap coming soon. You've got your TP, and this guy's out of mana. I skipped the early goofy skirmish stuff. But what I'm more concerned about right now is this situation of, okay, we need to base. If you have to use TP, by the way, that's always an option. So TF is super safe. He's the weighted coin flip, right? He's not going to like 1v9 carry, but you're always going to probably get more wins than losses if you spam him and you work really hard at hitting the farm and playing a cerebral game, right? He's going to reward you. Kind of like this game. He rewarded you, right? You didn't have carry damage, right? But you still are getting like 12 kills and 12 assists, 4 deaths. You gave your team a huge advantage in the lanes. And this is what he is. I mean, roaming champs are the key, you know, and that's basically what this amounts to. So in order to get to the roam, what's very, very important is that you find a window to base. And this is, you kept trying to be greedy here. This is one thing that we could go back over. Just get around the corner. This way we make sure that we unlock this. And I don't want to get screwed with because as far as I'm concerned, he's winning if he wastes our time. It's not like it's an even trade in the sense that like, yeah, we're both in lane, we're both low mana, right? You could very quickly just write this off and go, oh, it's even. But it's not, because if he stops you from moving around, he's winning. He's ruining what we're trying to do. Make sense?
Because he's basically making the good
yes.
part TF just not good.
Yes, and this is the whole reason we pick him. We're rigging the game. I love TF's thematics, by the way. It is just a great champion. Just cheating. It's perfect. So the whole goal here is that we just got to unlock this realm. And as you can see, there was no point in TPing. Oh, wait. I had you TP. That's right.
Yeah,
I had you TP here.
Because he had to go back.
Because he had to base, and I wanted... Because I figured he was never going to match our TP anyways. And if he does... If he doesn't TP to mid, right, he can TP to follow. But if he TPs to follow, he loses this.
All right.
So it's just a way of kind of like pressuring him, forcing his TP, but we still have the Ignite Roam when it's ready. And that's what I'm looking at, is the Ignite Roam. So just keep that in mind. So you're looking around the map, you're doing your thing. And we're just watching. This was an important moment of what you were talking about. Oh, I don't know my damage. I would just wait for a match, at least match levels here before fucking with this guy. So that's why I told you, like, wait 6 on this. Anytime it's a scary lane, you know, the Ignite's gonna help you a lot with alleviating some of the stress of going to these like scary lanes, the Renekton's, the Aurelias, the Jax's, shit like that. But like, don't risk it unnecessarily. Just hold off. And then this is where we go back to mid and I say, all right, now we're in shove mode. And so in your brain, all we need to be doing is consider all this. Consider mid. It's like a door, right? It's a fucking door.
Right.
And we need to unlock the roam. The only way that we can do this is by getting the wave out as soon as possible. Right? We can roam with the wave even, but that's trash. That's not good play. Get this done first, and then immediately think, like you were saying, we run river, we run our ult looks, like we do all this so that we can maybe find basically a cheat code to get it. And the beautiful thing about TF is this is why Dopa always fucking climbs with this champion, is because there's always some idiot in every lobby who forgets that you're playing Twisted Fate. I mean, it's just what it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's always some guy who's like half stoned and he just doesn't fucking know that you're playing Twisted Fate, and he just forgets.
I play Nocturne jungle, so I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I'm just abusive. It's just like, all right, you want to split push and do something else? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. It's like these guys will literally forget that you exist. This was a little spooky to me because Malzahar could have actually followed you. So like, the reason I was so stressed out here is because he sees you on this, and theoretically he could have just moved, and my spider senses were telling me that he could have just did this and got to you.
I thought about it, and then it's like, I wasn't sure whether I should just like clear those spiders first before I moved out, or should I just like go straight away.
Yeah, I would clear, because a better Malzahar would have followed that, because he would be scared that you're moving. So basically the meta game becomes that mid is going to stress out when he sees you doing this. He should be there. If it were me, I would have walked at you. Cuz and then he combos you from the brush and it's bad. It's GG, I think. But he's just asleep. Well, let's face it, they play Malzahar. How good can they be?
That's funny because my friend plays Malzahar and he has the same thought process.
So, I believe that you did a great job of doing this, by the way.
This one, actually. I missed it.
But it doesn't matter. See, that's the thing, though, is I don't care that you misplayed. I'm just happy that you try. I've had so many clients not try the plays I'm telling them. And that takes a skill in itself, kind of processing what I'm telling you to do and do it. So the idea here is, I said, we're playing multiple champions at once. Yeah,
because you're assuming that Vi is also part of your damage. So then if I CC, then she does the damage, or vice versa, right?
And well, it's the pings that I care about.
Yeah, the pings. Yeah, you're pinging for him, right?
I ping, hey, I'm going here. I have this ult. Hey, you want to help me? You have your ult. All right, cool. We just had a whole conversation. Yes, this is a game-changing moment.
Funny interaction, actually. I realized that I should have ulted and have the cards like spinning and then lock into yellow after I break the shield with the auto, right?
Yes.
So I realized that after it happened. I was like, oh, that's kind of that. But I guess it worked out because Vi just does a lot of damage. So
Yeah, and honestly, I'm okay with it though, because you see, you don't have to play it perfectly. You just have to try.
It's gotta make the play, yeah.
Yeah, and the game rewards you a lot for being the first to act, and that's why I'm big on like, okay, what can we do? So when you're playing on your own, think creatively about what it's the macro king champ, right? This is why we play him. Is we got to think creatively. How can we use this champion who has no fucking damage? Right? How can we win with this champion that has no damage? We always have to be crafty. This is why, like I was saying earlier, I just love TF's thematics because it really does play exactly as you would expect. It's just a constant like little advantage game with your stun card and just like, you can't hit me, I can hit you. You know, we're gonna have a weighted fight, shit like that. So when you ping your teammates, think about like, all right, I'm gonna sync this ult with this ult. We're gonna try to do something. Because the worst thing you could do with Twisted Fate is once you get 6 is to just not start forcing shit.
Right.
I'm not saying force is in like mindlessly go up here. I'm saying force is like looking to make moves.
Because you want, oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I really don't.
Taking the initiative instead of like playing reactive.
Yes. Because that's one of the toughest. That's one of the toughest things for TF players is to just be the, and like you said, it's always embarrassing when you ult wrong, and that's gonna happen, right? It always sucks when you just you ult and then you don't have the damage, or you do it at a bad time and you forget that your jungler's top side. And by the way, I'm always cross-referencing with this too. So like you should be thinking, okay, Vi's top, I'm not going to just ult down here mindlessly or roam down here mindlessly because I could bump into Nocturne and that could get messy, right? So always think I'm going to play towards this side.
So I actually had a question. So when there are instances where I think the moment I hit level 6, you're telling me to push mid and like maybe look like bot or top. How do I know like where I should be walking? Like top or bot, right? Is it just like based on like where the wave is or where my jungler is?
You mean just up river?
So like
downriver?
So whenever I'm shoving a lane in and then and I leave the lane to go either to a side lane, how do I know which lane I should be looking for?
Oh, well, that's just you look at both. Think of it in terms of like we're doing yoga, right? And we're stretching, and we got to get as much stretch out of the pose as possible. That's a terrible analogy, but I think you understand what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you should be thinking, what's the easiest? I mean, you layer it. You just think, okay, what's the easiest one to do? So I'm not looking at this one happily. I'm sad.
I think Thomas said it's like doomed unless Vi's there.
Yeah, I mean, War Ignite's nice, but like this is scary. It's stressing me out just thinking about it. So I'd rather come down here or play off of the Vi, right? And we do. But really, like you should be darting back and forth and just kind of like processing, because it's always going to be different. There could be a game where this guy's 3-0 and this whole discussion changes, right? Like he could be 3-0. These guys could be 0-10, and you would just play to this guy.
Outside, you play.
Yeah.
So if there's like a weaker lane, is there just like no way I'm going there, or is there still a chance? Because perhaps.
If you have Ignite, if it's a shutdown, you're never going to get a black and white answer here, because I would just be bullshitting you at that point.
Right.
But like,
it's just like dependent.
Yeah, there's no like note cards that you can, there's nothing you can write on your hand while you play, right? Like there's no simple trick. The key here is to think in terms of like, do I have the shove? And then immediately start thinking like, okay, these guys up here, like if I gank this, if I CC lock this guy, do we just kill him right away, or is it a fucking mess? If it's a mess, then... So a mess would be like the set, right? This fucking W shit. This gore drinker. You know, there's a Nocturne that could be over there. This could be a mess if we go over there, right? If I'm going to an Ashe and Blitzcrank lane, well, this could be pretty quick, right? This could be a quick death if this goes right. And so... This is the type of stuff that should be boggling around in your head a little bit while you're moving, because you should be thinking in terms of just like, what is going to be a succinct finish? And now sometimes, like I use the yoga analogy, sometimes you look around and you go, oh, there's no play here, got to go here, right? It's just what it is. And that's kind of what we should be doing as we play, is just kind of constantly going, can I do this? Nope. Can I do this? Yep. Maybe. All right, why can't I do this? You start having the lawyer argument. And I always like this explanation. I always do this. So here's our roam. Okay. As we're in this area, we're moving. We still can turn around, and that's okay, right? That's great. Once we're in this area, we can turn around, but it might start costing us.
Oh, okay. That clicks. Because you don't want to be too far from the wave unless, like, in case they're like shoving in, right?
Yeah. So like this, you start doing this shit versus the wrong opponent. Not only can you miss stuff, but let's like imagine that you're facing like a rumble or something.
Right,
if they see you go this far, they're gonna go whoop, and they're gonna start zoning you now because you went too far. Right? And there's some champions where obviously this line can go up or down depending. If you're facing a Talon, if you move to like here and he sees it and he can get there, you're going to be mad that you moved that far off. So that's you know, you kind of envision this movement as kind of like its own little meta game, right? I always call it the assessment phase. You're in that little green zone. You're thinking about it. You get in the yellow zone. It's very likely going to happen. And then obviously if we're here, it's like the red zone. We better do something or we just lost money.
Right.
Right. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Because that's how I frame it, and it's really helped me. So I'm okay with swiveling back and forth when the wave's pushed. That's perfectly acceptable. So don't be shy about just being like, I'm peeking over here, right? I'm peeking over here, and just try to figure out like what's gonna open up. Now, if you notice, I'm real big on once we have the fight, don't play, just go.
Yeah, just commit instead of like hesitating, right?
Don't hesitate. Just do it. We've got the numbers. We're going.
Here, yeah.
And because we don't hesitate, you almost got caught for a second.
Oh yeah, because Now's behind me. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, and then now turns almost in range, but then we had a pink on there, luckily. Yeah.
He was trying to find you.
Too fast.
Too fast. TF's got those fucking Kenyan boots. And then you guys hard win this. Now, if you notice, I just tell people to just ghost in these like types of scenarios. Just ghost and get in front of it.
Oh, okay, because I guess that makes a lot of sense because ghost does ramp up in speed, right, over time.
Yeah, that, and you're stacking it off assists.
Okay, makes sense.
So like you get one kill, you're gonna get a reset of the duration, which could change a lot of things.
Oh, is that how ghost works?
Yeah.
I did not know how ghost. I did not know that was the way.
So
I thought ghost was like a one-time thing. Like procs and then that's it.
I'm gonna verify that I'm not trolling you and that didn't change. But hold on. Increase by 4 to 7 seconds whenever scoring a takedown. So
that's insane.
So normally what I do is, this is why I told you to just open ghost here.
For the reset, I see.
Because I know that odds are you're gonna get something. And since you have this, they're fucked once you get one kill. You can never get away. I don't want to give him any time. But then you can obviously use ghost to get to lane. See?
After the kill. Jesus, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
So that's why I recommend just kind of like fights start getting messy, just fucking pop it and start battling, right?
Makes sense, yeah. No wonder Heckram always goes it.
Yes.
That's not okay.
That's why it looks ridiculous when he starts popping off.
When was this change? I've been playing this for 10 years. When was this?
Well, the only reason I noticed it or I'm so aware of it is because I play Tryndamere, and obviously he's the one that's ghosting all the fucking time.
Yep.
So this, we talked about this.
That was bad. I should have flashed. Yeah. The moment I saw the ulti, I should have flashed.
No. You don't have to flash. I mean, yes, but after I would zone you then flash.
Yeah. You think maybe I just like play back and throw cars and far back again?
Yeah, probably. This was me kind of like getting you in the pattern. This is a little bit more meta, right? Of like.
No, that makes sense. I think I just looped that in my head.
I think I was aware that this could happen, but like it's, you know, it's pretty nuanced to like explain. Like,
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they could be here, but like, are they gonna sync up? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'll fucking see if they do. And yeah, I would basically, while you're here, your finger should be on the flash key, ready to just.
Yeah, preemptive. Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. I like I said, this was probably, in terms of coaching performance, this was the top so far. Because like, that's a rare spot, anyways. Like honestly, them syncing up perfectly like that is pretty rare.
I'm glad I got that CS wave though.
Yeah, that was sick. That was a montage move, honestly. You montage the CS on the way down.
Yeah.
It's not really
at the
weird here.
Right now, and turns out I actually had the most damage by far.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but now it's at like 10k more than me. So.
Well, this proves though that the utility build, if played properly, like you can start just looking inward most of the time and be like, oh, did I die when I needed to kite better? Like. The hard part about TF is just the discipline that requires to play the champion all the time. This is why, like, you know, Dopa, his fucking OCD just helps him so much, because he just plays it all day, and he will farm perfectly all day on it, and he will minimize deaths all day on it. It's very hard to do over log sample, because it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna force some awkward stuff, or I'm not gonna kite properly, or you know.
Oh yeah.
This was good. So that we get this kill, and then you push bot. There's a good Zonias. Everything was cool here. So we can talk about this. Rotating to top side here, I just want you to be aware of what you're doing to your team in spots like these.
Okay,
when you play TF.
It might bait them into
it baits them sometimes, and just like in general, it may not be optimal. Like, I'm just warning you. I don't think this is a big deal, really. I'm just letting you know that, like, always try to play to the stronger side. Right. If you can. I don't really see how you could have here though, so I agree with this. But I'm just letting you know to be aware that, like right. I told you with the Vi thing from earlier, play towards the side that you've got the numbers. It's just normally going to play better in terms of tempo, because when you get one kill, it normally compounds quickly. Whereas up here, you'll get like one kill and you won't be able to do that much. Right.
Right. I should have held the card there just a bit.
But like, meh. I'm nitpicking because I do think I would have probably made the same play. I'm just letting you know that that's a consideration that you need to at least be aware of.
Nocturne ulti there too, and even like Mel's coming back in.
I believe we knew where Nocturne was there when you ulted.
Was he bot?
I believe so. I can check
he
it.
was. I think he was fighting them, right? Trying to recall, but I know I didn't see Mal. I saw Mal's on the wood actually going down. Oh yeah, Noct was there. Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, we saw it. I saw it. I remember not caring. Yeah. I remember thinking I'm not worried about Nocturne, so I saw it. I must have saw it, because I would have warned you if I thought that was possible. When I'm not playing, I'm generally my macro is better when I'm not playing.
There's an arrow. That's everyone, right?
Yeah, it's a lot better when I'm like just watching you play. I don't have to fucking mechanic my way through it. I'm just staring at the mini map like most of the time.
You know, it's crazy because I play a lot of Nocturne, and I feel like if I ever see like a TF, regardless of how behind I am as a Nocturne, I feel like I still kill them.
Oh yeah.
Not TF, like Nocturne just has a lot of damage overall. I know, and like if you spell shield the proper thing, it's like you just can't lose.
So we lose this. I think it's just kiting misplay. I think you could have kited a little bit better.
Yeah. I could have stepped back.
I'm nitpicking hard. This is like a B minus C plus kiting job. I think you did okay. Heal should have came out right away here. Yeah. And it did. Okay, that was good. And then you just get too close after the stun car. There's no need to walk up anymore. You see that?
Okay, yeah, let Ash do the work.
This would have been the Dopa moment where this is like the Dopa diff, right? Because you stun card here and you walked forward. I promise you Dopa would have just went this way because of how he plays. He's very like, I must live. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never, this is what I was talking about earlier with like, this is the shit I had to learn when I started spamming this to Challenger the first time, was you literally have to be like a rock. You have to be like, my team is going to die. The concave is coming, right? You have to like kind of read this. It's almost like liquid, right? You have to like read the flow of what's about to happen. They're about to spill over onto you and you needed to see it off after the stun card. The step forward is what kills you, as you can see. See that?
Right. And yeah, I could have gone back way further by then.
You would have been here and then you're out and there's nothing they can do. They wouldn't have been able to auto you. But live and learn, right? It's just...
Yeah.
It's again, like... A B minus C plus kiting job, but I just want you to see and understand what happened there, so that you can kind of remember this moment where it's like try to like imagine that it's like I said, like fluid. And after your team starts dropping, you just play selfish, because you need to remember one cool thing about TF is that as long as he's up, you've always got split push options with like TP or your ult, and you've got wave clear from range, as you saw later in the game up here, I believe.
Right.
When we almost, I kind of want to skip ahead a bit because we're getting late. Let's see. I'll just speed forward.
So how do you play against a TF then? Is it just you just push hard back into him?
Ping the fuck out of him. If he's bad at laning, punish the shit out of him. Pick stuff that he can't deal with. Fiora, Jax.
I think like, so I feel
Fiora,
like
Jax, and who?
Yasuo.
Yasuo.
Cassiopeia.
As TF, I don't know how. You
I
just
think
same
Cassius
thing.
runs you down, no?
Of all the picks that you could pick, I'm not really afraid of that one. I'm more afraid of like Lucian mid, Tristana mid.
Oh, I mean, yeah, those are ADCs though, yeah.
Yeah, Lucian mid, Tristana mid, Yasuo mid. Renekton's another one that's atrocious. At least early. You obviously outscale him. Just stuff that like kind of fucks with you and can like get you in trouble. Silas, another terrible one.
Yeah, I hate Silas.
So like it's basically just champions that can like match your roams, or can that like from different lanes. Like I said, the classic example would be like the Fiora or the Jax or the fucking Yasuo, shit that can block your stun card. This is another one of those spillover moments.
I should have just kept running.
Yeah. It's okay though, live and learn. It made it interesting. So there, I mean, we don't have corrupting pods, so just be careful getting low. That's why I had to get you to get the plant. You listened really well here. So I was just thinking, get the fuck over to the side lane and just tax him on something. Now you had other options here. Another option was actually the TP to top, which would have been fucking incredible.
I feel like that was too far, right? Might have been too far from the angle I was, because I would like actually use TP, like
after this, yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay.
It's an option because you could push one more wave and then you'll have double pressure, then reset, and then they get nothing done no matter what happens, and they're losing farm everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
So like here, you taxed a huge wave over here. That's a big loss for them. And they just wind up giving you guys more farm. But I don't know. TP to top probably doesn't get value because you can't even break tower. So maybe if we had a little bit more. I don't know. If you had Lich Bane already, actually, that was probably fine. You probably would have taken tower really quick.
I think I got it for that fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's something to think about.
Taxing is probably right? I think taxing is probably the right play.
Yeah.
Because at least it doesn't gear them towards top, so to do fair potentially.
Kiting here was good.
I should have queued the other way, probably.
I mean, I honestly did not hate any of this here. It's just a good fight, well fought by everybody. And then you wave clear because, see, it's because you live. Because you live, you float the game. And because you target the minions, which is, you know, this is where a lot of coaching clients would have just tried to show me how good they are at hitting champions, right?
It's not about champions. It's all about playing the game.
Yeah, you gotta play the game, you gotta play the checkers. So, okay, let's discuss. So, this is a really good spot. You know, in my brain, I would have, if it were me, I would have just ulted here.
Okay. Because that was Zanya's, right? I assume?
Yeah. So you just ult here and then see what happens. And then you just walk it in, I think. Because I'm assuming that they probably don't have vision here.
When I ulted in, that's when Nocturne ulted. And yeah. Yeah, so like I was definitely interested in setting something up with the Vi there. Zone use came a little late. Okay. Oh, because of the bump. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking more about like the free autos you're taking.
Right.
And then you exhaust after. Would have been cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then your team, I don't know, they were like trying to lose and then Sat was being nice and decided not to press R on Vi for some reason. I don't know if you saw that, but that was like
he just
really
walked
weird.
up and like whatever.
That was real weird.
I guess he got scared of like Ash and Tom potentially.
Yes, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have been though. He's got 9 deaths. What the fuck's he afraid of now?
Nothing to lose, only to gain.
Good ult. Yeah, it's fine. We battle. TF showing why he's the premier pro pick.
I missed my Q with that.
Yeah, I was very unlucky.
Kind of unlucky. So okay, so here was when you called Baron over Dragon.
I would, yeah, if I had any sway, but like your teammates are gonna go to Dragon every time. Because your Baron will get you a back faster anyways, and then you come back this way.
Okay, yeah. I
mean,
like maybe
it was a Nami. It was a Nami. What was a Nami? You're right. You're right. And that's why, and that was why I was like, whatever, right? But they would all have to walk towards it right away. But if you see here. Yeah, this would have taken an eternity. So yeah, Dragon's best. Yep, I agree. I agree, but it just in general, if we have the option and we're allowed, right? Yeah. Okay. But I think in a vacuum, this is correct.
I think So I'll keep that in mind. I think because I do feel like Baron does like way too much right now, but
Baron wins games. Dragon doesn't win games as much as people think it does.
Yeah, I don't think Soul is that.
Elder will end the game, but.
Yeah, I mean that's why I hate Dragon right now because I feel like even if you get the 4 dragons, if the other team gets the Elder,
yeah, exactly. That's why I don't care about it.
It's stupid. It's like, okay, why do I even pile all these dragons then?
Then I tell you that we have to turn.
Yep. Then we get back.
I'm also tempted to tell you to just heal in these spots just for the move speed.
Yeah, I used it a bit late. I used it on Tom.
You also didn't heal the Ash before, which whatever.
Yeah, no, you remember the play. There. Yeah, it was my camera.
Yeah.
It was right.
Because I was watching, I was basically just thinking like, how can we throw? And my brain was like, Ash would be the one person that could die here. That would make this fight a little bit more difficult. So we're TPing here because we know shit's about to hit the fan. You're facing a fucking Nocturne and a Set. And an Ami, so they're gonna go.
Yeah.
I would really love to push here, but this would be one of the times where my macro is better because I'm not playing. Because I would have probably on stream just selfishly split and just rolled my eyes if they lost. But I made you TP because I could just see it coming. Right.
It's also like Nocturne because they're just gonna want to go in after they see it. And then that guy throws by Walk trying to chase after him for some reason.
That was a very weird moment.
I should have flashed here earlier.
You should have flashed here.
So actually, funny thing was I was gonna flash right before the hook, but then I didn't realize the startup was a stun. I thought the end of it was a stun. So I was timing the flash there, and I was ready to flash there too. but I
Okay.
misread it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, some things to learn. Set and this you told me not to go there because there's potentially wards. 'Cause
Yes.
it's jungle.
Yeah, you were being kind of trolly here because
we just fought there.
this guy, like, if there's a ward here, he presses R on you.
And I'm just dead, and it's just a throw.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And you're giving me anxiety there because I'm just like, dude.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because you went this way instead of this way. And it's like, that's what I was saying. At least force him to get lucky. He doesn't have a blue trinket. This is what I was talking about earlier, where like he has to make the god play of like the blue trinket to find you if you go this way. He has to make the Valve anti-cheat play. Right?
Right.
This was a bad R. You should be R'ing again. Think bushes.
Over there.
You're rapid fire. You're rapid fire cannon and banshees. You're not afraid. It was a very weird ult. Like I would have just landed here and just popped out.
Okay. Because I was trying to get to the team, so I was trying to stick with where we had numbers.
I'm just thinking more in terms of the range of that, because you could always rotate over if you need to.
Right.
But you just need to make sure that you discourage whatever this is. He's also a tank. That was why I was like, my brain immediately was like, we need to ult here. Because of the yeah, because just the angle. Because you can't stun card and do anything. But here, you can stun card or you can stun card here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. So you just play front to back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either. Like if you're here, even behind this wall, it wouldn't matter. But since you land here, you boxed us out of this play. So we don't have this option. Basically, you took away one of my choices in my head. Because you're right. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but I want both options.
Okay, makes sense.
I mean, beyond that, I mean, this is a great game. Baron, reset, victory parade. Yeah. I told you to just ghost because I'm just trying to hit a stun card on somebody.
And then the mouse gets hooked for some reason.
I normally would like dug behind the wall, then ghost and just run and try to stun card people. Try to set up a blitzcrank hook is what I'm thinking. Because these are the situations where a lot of people play really timid, but I just play aggro because it's our game.
Limit testing. Let's go.
It's not really limit testing as much as it is trying to play off of the fact that we can't lose even if you get caught.
Right.
Remember this before I go. Always think, what do I lose if I'm wrong?
There's nothing I lose here, right?
We lose nothing. I don't even think a objective's coming for like another. Yeah. You lose nothing. You lose inhib at worst, I think. Do you see that?
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they could do that. They can't because they got this. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm just going to ghost and just try to force something. Because the game's not, basically this is one of those moments where I say game's not going to get any easier. I want to make sure we win. So I'm just like, rapid fire, ghost, run at them, fucking hit the tower with your card, like just being dumb, right? Because you've got that banshees to protect you too.
Yeah.
So that's why I told you ghost. You did it. Played a little passive on it, but it's fine. Trying to get them to like, yeah, and also trying to get rid of these spell shields is cool too.
I'm not sure how that spell shield came off of mouse.
The W.
The Ash W.
Ash bullshit W, yeah.
Wow.
It was like I said, it's a game ender. Like you just lose the game if you get hooked there.
His entire team back up too. Crazy.
I mean, doesn't matter what they choose, they just lose there when he dies. Honestly, they were pretty much on the ropes anyways, but poor Malzahar. And GG.
That was it. Yeah.
Fun session, man.
Oh, that was great. I feel like I learned like the stuff that I've always been like missing at least, because I feel like I have most of like the micro stuff. Oh, not micro, like the macro stuff, but not all of it, obviously. And I'm also missing like a lot of the micro. I think that was like kind of polished up here, and then CSing is something I just work on my own time. Yeah, man, this was great. Thank you so much for doing this, and I hope it helps. And yeah, let me know in a couple weeks how the climb's going, or just after you get some volume in or something. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely get another session in the future when I hit Master or something.
That sounds dope. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good night.
Peace.